Welcome to the channel. My name is Lee and today I want to talk to you guys about my favorite pens for writing and my favorite pens for drawing. If that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave any questions or comments in the comment section down below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So just for a little context, I've been using fountain pens for about 10 years now. I originally picked up the hobby of fountain pen collection trying to find a great alternative to using microns in my drawing journal. I just wanted something that I could do really nice pen lines with that I could refill instead of having to continuously waste plastic over and over and over again. And that's where that journey began. I went through a lot of pens, and after 10 years, I've only just recently discovered that the pens that I like to use for drawing. On the other side of things, I picked up writing as a habit partially in relation to my pen journey, in that I was acclimating myself to using pens and found that I enjoyed writing more when I used fountain pens versus regular pens. And that kind of helped kickstart a bullet journaling obsession for me, because it was like this blend of doing art and journaling, and which was great for me given how my life was at that time. So yeah, the fountain pens, I got into fountain pens because of art, and the fountain pens failed me in that way for a long time, but they're the reason that I started journaling as consistently as I do. They're also the reason that I got into like the journal collection versus just sketchbook collection, which is what I primarily did before. So I want to start off with I think I'll start off with my drawing favorites, because I think it's a bit more straightforward. The sun is a little crazy right now. We're just gonna roll with it. I hope that's okay. So I have my little traveler's notebook here, and I keep my favorite drawing pens in this. Actually, I keep one of my favorite drawing pens in this. The other I keep in my portfolio. Anyway, there's two primary pens that I consider to be my favorite drawing pens, and one honorable mention, which is not in here and it should be. Okay, I've talked about both of these on the channel fairly recently, within the past year. And these are my two favorite pens for drawing, and that is the Lamy Safari and the Sailor Tuzu. And why I love these pens so much is that the Lamy Safari has a very almost pencil-like feel to it. So the way it comes to a point, like the shape of the nib with the shape of the pen, feels like almost like drawing with a pencil. And I love that about this pen. Right now I'm not using it very much because I've been prioritizing other pens just to get the feel for them, but I'm about to start refining my sketching kit, and what I think I would really love is two Lamy Safaris, one with a gray ink and one with a black ink, and two of the Sailor Tuzus, again, one with the black ink and one with the gray ink. And so that brings me to the Sailor Tuzu. This one has, even though they're both fine nibs, This one has a much finer nib than the Lamy Safari, so I'm able to get a lot better detail with it. It's got this rotating pen grip, which allows me to hold the pen in a way that feels super comfortable to me. And the fine nib it's a really consistent line that stays fine. So I've found with some other pens that are kind of like marketed as fine nib pens, depending on the ink that you're using and how you're using it, you end up with a lot more line variation than what you might want. And this pen, I can be sketchy with it and I can be intentful with it, and the line width is like pretty consistent, and I really love that about this pen. And again, for the Lamy Safari, it is going to be a lot more juicy and sketchy as well. So both of these pens are, top notch in my book. And let me go find an example of a drawing that I've done with both of these. Okay, now moving on to my favorite pens for writing. And this has been a long time coming as well, but it's been a bit more of a fluid experience for me. So after I kind of transitioned away from using fountain pens for art for a while, and I started getting into using fountain pens for writing, my goal was to find like my holy grail fountain pen, like a pen that I could buy and never have to buy another pen. And that pen for me for a long time was this Peter pen by Narwhal. And I love this pen because it has a really big ink reservoir. It's a piston fill pen. It's got a really nice smooth body. And yeah, I literally used pretty much just this pen for writing for about 5 or 6 years. And I do really love it, but it's not my favorite. So the thing about this pen that I don't love, and this is not going to be a universal, like apply to everybody universally, I have pretty small hands, and the pen grip on this is just a little bit wider than what feels comfortable for me for writing. So I started doing some research maybe about 2 years ago, maybe less than 2 years ago, and I discovered a few, excuse me, I discovered a few pens, and this is kind of like the era in my pen collection journey where I began to amass like a legitimate collection, like for the sake of collecting. And I bought this pen, which I consider to be the best pen for journaling for me, and that is the Kaweco Sport. This pen sparked my desire to get into like specifically the fountain pen world, and I love it for journaling. I love the line width that it provides, regardless of the nib size. I love the way it feels writing with. I have 3 of these pens, and I use them all pretty regularly. I keep my little blue one in my purse. It's with me literally all the time, every single day. This one is currently not in use because I've got my my piston fill going with my school journal and my writing journal right here. So yes, that is my #1 pick for my journaling pen. Again, the Narwhal Peter pen served me well for a long time. I have been experimenting with both my Pilot Metropolitan and the TWSBI Eco, and I like all these pens. Like, these are all great pens. They're good pens for journaling, but none of them really make me feel that special something in my journal that the Kaweco Sports provide for me. So I am looking to expand my Kaweco Sport collection over the next couple of years. I really want to get the brass one, and I want to get at least one of the art ones as well. And um, as of right now, that's all I plan to get. But yeah, I just love the feel of it. I love that they're so small. You can put it in your pocket, or you can post it and it gets longer without it feeling too heavy. Like the Pilot Metropolitan, for instance, like it's a pretty nicely weighted pin. Um, and it doesn't like feel too off balance when it's posted, but it just doesn't, I just don't like having a really long pin. Usually when I journal with regular sized pens, I don't post it. And that's actually not great for me because I end up losing the caps. So yeah, that's why I love the Kaweco Sports. If you have any questions about any of these pens, please leave them in the comments section down below. Yeah, this was just a quick talking head video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, if you liked it, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and do all the things like it. And yeah, that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, evening, or night. I do have other, I'm rambling now, I'm sorry. I do have other videos that showcase like writing samples of these pens. So check out my pen tour videos if you are interested in seeing writing samples with these pens. So anyway, you have a wonderful day, evening, or night, and I will see you in the next video.